Welcome. I hope the audio is working. I should have gotten someone to test this. Hold up. I need to go test. I need to go grab my headphones and actually test that the stream is working. Unless you can hear me then we're fine. Oceana Racing League on YouTube. Yep. That's what we're doing, boys. We're gonna Oh right, I can hear myself. I hate myself. Anyway, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, the controller isn't connected. That's wonderful. Come on, I believe in you, controller. Alright. Alright. Well, welcome today. We are a bit late due to technical difficulties with setting up the lobby and getting people in. But, nevertheless, we are here. It is round 7, I'm pretty sure, of Tier 2 ORL. 6-7. Yeah, we're here for 7th round of Tier 2 ORL. And, got a different one today. Oh, Gobstrips on Insters. That is, interesting. Let me get everything up. Yep, okay, I think we're sweet. Sweet. Well, welcome to... I already said that 10 million times. Different format. So, we're going to be running two 25% races, because this year on F125, they offer reverse tracks. So, we're going to be doing one race forwards direction, one race reverse. So, the cheers had a vote, and they voted to go qualify in the normal direction and race the normal direction first, followed by reverse direction. And that starting grid is determined by the finish starting grid, by the finishing result after penalties of this grid. So, and it will be one of those scenarios where even if there's unfair penalties, they'll have to live with it going into the next race, unless it's like a game-breaking glitch or something. But, so far, we've got, I'll run you, who am I going to jump on board with? I think I'm going to jump on board with that Alpine, I think it's Karubi. He's going to start his lap, follow him around, and while we're doing that, I'll give you guys a rundown of the provisional standings that I don't think have been updated. Well, they're still provisional, for some reason. Even though, you know, we currently still have Lockie and Camillo Faster leading the charge in Tier 2. Them two have shared all the wins this season in the tier. Followed by Vipermon in P3, Globdrip running out a nice Ferrari, top of the pylon with 1 and 4. Broadstar and Communited for the Astons in P5 and P6 in the standings. Italian Ramen P7, RJ Quistra Reserve P8, Sonny Bray for Williams P9, Alpine of Karubi we're on board with right now in P10. What about Rhino, Jordan, Black Ear, Sparks, Webbo, F1 Banks, Juicebox, Chaotic, Key Griffin, and Spicy rounding out the top 20. That's odds here. And for constructors, I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, Ferrari top of the leaderboard, followed by Mercedes, Williams, Aston Martin, Red Bull, Alpine, Haas, Racing Bulls, Sauber, and McLaren. Kirby with a 28.5 straightaway, beaten by Vapamon. That is an RB coming across the line. That is Thunderkill, one of the reserves, going into P2. And not surprised, Camillo has gone that position in P1. Globdrick comes up to the line, P number 6 on his enters. I think that's some of the Mercedes coming around. Jatuzzi. He goes into P3. Hudman Scott, one of the reserves. He's coming around to see what he can do. It's 27.5, put in P6. And now we have the championship leader, the one I'm going to glue you guys in all day long. Lockie, hard on the brakes into the... Is this the Vale Chicane? I don't know my corner names, but I feel like I'm going to call it the Vale Chicane. But I feel like I'm wrong at the same time. And that's what he does come into the line. 26.6, 3/10 behind Camillo for his first attempt at it. We might have Communited as well, coming across the line very shortly, as well as also follow Juicebox. Then we will head over to Communited. He's actually validated his lap, so is Communited. And we've actually got Webbo 7005 coming to end his lap. Let's see what he can do. It's a Haas right around the flat. Last corner will be a 29.3. I think that was a bit of a bad lap for him. So I think everyone's completed their first runs at it. Trent Glaze Jordan, please. Oh, bro. Nah, who's Jordan? I don't see a Jordan here. What do you mean? There's no Jordan here, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no one to glaze. Webber, though, he's gone for another lap. Like I said, I'm all with him. That's a kicks. Alba going straight through Maggins and Beckett's. Is that Maggins and Beckett's? Bro, I dang, go on names. The really windy bits of track, eh? Yeah, that's what Webber can do. Is he's gonna be coming into the definition of high-speed corners on the F1 calendar. Pick left, right, always blinking. He might be about something wrong. Beats me, man. Maybe it's a tactic. He's 4/10 up. Don't know what the hell he's doing. His battery's off for some reason. I guess that might be a tactic. Oh, we might have Juicebox coming to the line actually very shortly. Let's see what he can do. It'll be 28.1. Let's see if Webber's putting in a representable lap. I think he might be. Let's see what the Haasman can do, one of our reserves. And talking about the reserves, I'm going to go and look just to double check who our reserves are, because I think that's actually, you know, a pretty good idea. Our reserves, got Com United and Husey, who is Thunder Killer 6, I think. Reserving for the Red Bull and V-Carb, followed by last-minute reserves of Webber and Hudgens. Scott in the kick and half. Oh, it's a burp and a half. I think we should go with power rods. He seems to be. He might be on a lap. No, he's on a second warm-up lap. Why? Anyway, you know, I'm not in the I'm in the methods of the game, man. I just work here, so who knows? Maybe this is like the brand new esports strat to warm-up laps, or he just messed up his lap. I hope it's probably the first, because everyone's cooking. But yeah, he's definitely starting his flying lap now. It's right on board with the Aston Martin. Holy, that is pretty loud. But as now 7th gear, pin flat through turn 1, flat through turn 2, hard on the brakes around the side of this curb, down to 3rd gear. Oh, he turned in too early, just had to avoid the curb. Down the gears. Now, yep, that's the TC kicking in. But he's flat up through the gears now. DRS wide open as he comes down one of the straights. I'm not going to guess the name, but hard on the brakes. Long left-hander here, followed by nice 180 corner. That'll open up into a flat bit of track for about the next, I want to say, 15 seconds of the lap. He's flat out, right up through the gears. 6th and 7th. The aim here, in my opinion, is to keep it in 7th, right at the engine, and then hold it 7th through here. But maybe that's his last stress game, and I'm just washed. Right on board through Maggots and Beckett's. I think that's Maggots and Beckett's. Look at that. Down there as he goes into 5th gear, getting the exit, keeping the revs nice and high. DRS wide open once again, just under this DHL bridge. Now hard on the brakes at the 50-meter board. Not even a brakes here, just a little lift. I'm keeping in 6th gear there. He's just testing the waters. Down into 3rd gear through a last chicane. Feeding the throttle on, making sure to spin out. And up to the line he goes. It'll be 27.7. I think he's out of fuel. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I think we've got F1 Banks as well. He's coming up to finish a lap very shortly. So it just goes ahead of Power Broadstar. He does have some fuel to end his lap though. And P8 for the Red Bull driver. And I think in the background there, we had a Wild Vipermon starting his last flurry of the lap, actually. And right ahead of him is not Thunder Killer. What? Oh, it must be Juicebox. My bad. Vipermon, though, DRS wide open. Let's see what he can do coming the end of this first sector. If he is up, he's got about 6/10 to find to match Camillo over the lap. He's just improving his time, so it must have been a good first sector for him, is that he's been able to replicate. The car stays under him, and he is on the charge towards cops. I'm gonna get flamed for not knowing that if I got that wrong. But through Maggots and Beckett's, and is it Chapel? Is that like another one? I've got no idea. Someone's got to educate me, bro. But yep, car, it's not like he understeered too much. He's kept the speed up. He might get a little slipstream from this V-carb. He stays way off the track, all the way in the grass. Let's see if Applemon coming through. I want to say Stowe? I want to say Stowe. As he comes into the last chicane on this circuit. Feeding on the power. It's a little bit of a slide there on the exit. You can do it with 26.5, splitting Lockie and Camilo, our 2 championship contenders. But that was a V-carb at this size. So I want to say, yep, it is Thunder. He's invalidated though, coming around the end of his lap. Is that Lockie? No, it'll be Globdrip, who hasn't set a representable time. And he goes provisional pole. Let's see what the other Ferrari can do to match that. To 26.4. Just behind Camilo. That's an Alpine as well. Starting off finishing his lap. As well as maybe that's Com United finally putting in a lap. No, he's invalidated again. Oh, what is going on? But that might also be Webbo. I have no idea what's happening. But I think Webbo might be starting a lap. He doesn't seem to be blinking, so he's starting a lap. Jatuzzi is him. Well, Jatuzzi is P6, so he's not him. If he was him, he would be on pole right now. No cap chat. It was a purple first sector. That's what the game has given him. So let's see what Webber can do if he can hold this towards the second and third sector. That is a kick. Sorry. Going really slow. I think he spun on pit exit. I do think he spun on pit exit. That is not what you want to be doing. And he's stopped. Why is he just... Oh, maybe he's waiting for the car to go. Sorry, I was so confused for a second. Alright. As you go, Webbo, he's currently almost a second up. Let's put him towards the 27 brackets, towards the edge of the top 10. Let's see what he can do into the something or other chicane. Towards the end of this lap, there's a bunch of kerfuffling happen at the back, but we're looking at the Haas driver, the late reserve, goes 27.9, just inside the top 12. And that's Com United. Is he finally going to set a valid lap, or is he just going to go wide? No, I think he's going to keep it in track limits. Let's see what he can do. This might be on 28. What? Why did I say it was? I swear I said it was a 133 for a second. I was so confused. But it's a 120.1. He's just ahead of Karubi. And, oh, I didn't even realize we have a McLaren in. He's invalidated his lap. I'm so cooked right now, guys. Hey, man, it's been a long day, eh? It's been one of those Saturdays. And that is Hudman going really slow. He's not offline, but he's it's a bit distracting a bit, I would say. But I don't know if there's anyone on a lap. So I have to cycle through F1 Banks. Hudman's about to start a lap. Juicebox is not finishing. Webbo is not finishing. Community, I think, is just doing race laps. So I think will be Hudman's coming to the pits. You know, just coming to the pits. F1 Banks on an out lap. Broadstone on an out lap. United and Webbo dawdling around. I think we'll stay on good. Com United. No, he's got 100% battery. I don't think we will. I think F1 Banks will be starting his final run very early in the session. That's why he's getting ahead of the traffic. As now he starts his final lap. He's sitting on a 27.651 currently. He's got about a second to be challenging for those front rows of the grid. Let's see what he can do. He seems to have a little bit of understeer going into that fourth corner. Now he comes onto the first DRS straight at the track of 2. No bumps this game on the right hand side of the track. So we can keep it nice spin to the left. Oh, he's very wide into turn 5? 6? I don't. 6, 7. Through the 180. Flat for about this 15, I guess, second stretch of road. I have to calculate about 37 seconds into the lap is when you start getting on full throttle. Let's see what we can do through Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. I'm just going to get flamed down there, guys. He's just turned off flat, so it's about 20 seconds on full throttle. He runs wide. He keeps the lap valid. He's 3/10 up. This will put him towards Jatuzi and Thunderkiller. Let's see if we can get on those front 3 rows provisionally. He comes barreling into the final chicane. They're fighting Sector 1. This is a slow-moving Aston Martin. Feeding the power on. Barely keeps it in track limits. It's a 127.5. Lost a whole heap of time in that last sector. Let's go with Power Broadstar. Let's see what's going on with him. Nothing's going on with him. F1 Banks has retired. I don't even want to ask why or what has happened. Let's try Webbo, see if we can spot it. No, just missed it. But Jatuzi, yeah, he's rolled out of it. He was on a push lap, must have made a mistake, so he's rolled out of it. So, let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to have Thunderkiller next one to be on board for his last run of this session. Let's see what he can do. He keeps the car nice within the limits, and he feeds on the power. Coming towards the first DRS straight. That wing is got a giant hole in it now, reducing drag as it closes, giving all that downforce back. Isn't it like a couple tons or something of downforce? I don't know much about the cars. I was like watching them go in circles. He's got a purple Sector 1 according to the game, but we all know not to believe that. And he's on for this 20-second stretch of flat out running. He keeps it nice and tidy, not risking any track limits. He keeps it pinned through Magus Beckett's. A little bit of a slide there, might have to lift down to about 5th or 6th gear. He keeps it just within track limits and keeps it valid. He's got that Red Bull just up the road. I should have looked how much he was up, but I didn't. It's going to be a surprise for me when he crosses the line and gets his improvement. He just nibbles on that curb, giving him a bit of rotation. I don't think this Red Bull, he might give him a bit of dirty air though, giving into this last sector. I would say that is definitely close enough to give him some dirty air. That's definitely maybe a 10th he's lost just in this last chicane, but it'll be a 26.9 just within the 26 bracket. As we have, that might be Lockie. No, it is Globdrip starting his final lap. Cool, he's just been within a collision with Hudman just at the end of this lap. Hudman is out of this session. As now that might be Camillo. No, it's not Camillo. Ooh, that is Jatuzi though. He's a 10th down, but he's still pushing going into this last session. Weber is also retired from this session, probably from a crash. Oh, he's just kept within track limits, Jatuzi. As he comes up to the line, he barely doesn't improve. What an awful thing to happen to this Mercedes driver. He pushed and pushed, but no cigar. Well, next across the line to set a valid lap, hopefully, will be Broadstar. He's 1/10 down, but let's see what he can do. Come around these last couple of corners, followed by Williams coming up soon. He does not improve. Will it be Bachmann? Oh, yes, it is. He does go into P3, improving by 10th of a second, but the man, the myth, the chaser of Lockie. He's chasing Globdrip, his teammate, though. Let's see what he can do. He will take provisional pole if he can keep this gap going, but he does not. He loses time in the last couple corners. So now it's up to Lockie to see what he can do. He's also up. Is Killian D throwing his teammate? No, he can't. He loses a bunch of time. Let's see. Is Killer gonna... No. Wrong one. That was Juicebox coming across the line. Let's look for, I think, Com United's coming across the line. He hasn't validated his lap. Let's look for Sonny Bray coming across the line. He's validated his lap. Let's look to Globdrip. If he can... Oh, what the... And he's just in the grass. He decided, nah, I'm not going to finish this lap. Well, there you have it, folks. We'll have a 25% race with Globdrip starting a pole from Camillo, from Baffermon, from Lockie. Probably one of Lockie's lower starting, even though it's only P4. He's had very good qualifying runs so far this season, sticking in the front row. But he's definitely down from where he wants. He's got a couple cars to overtake before he can get to his teammate and championship rivals. So let's see what happened. A couple of DNFs there, so that's not fantastic as well in qualifying nonetheless. But I think a lot of those might be deserved because we still will get one. And Hudman DNF'd. So I think that'll be staying. Won't be doing anything about that. And here we have the standings. We have Globdrip on pole position by just under a tenth from Camillo, Vipermon, Lockie, and Sonny Bray rocking up your top 5. Thunderkiller being the last one within a second of pole, followed by the 2 ZP7, 8 Hudman Scott, 9 F1 Banks, 10 Juicebox, 1.5 off pole, but it's very close between about 8th and 11th, followed by Webber, Com United, Karubi, Ghouls with a 5 place penalty, but he's last anyway, so it doesn't really matter in the end. I think it was good with the 5 place. Ooh. Let's see. Will it be dry or wet? Ooh, it's a bit overcast. This will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can spot some of these numbers. Let's have a look at the numbers. Hudman Scott, he's running the 43. Sonny Bray, the 41. The 2 for Vipermon. Oh, I can barely see you. Nah, Globdrip, you weren't 4 tenths up. No. You weren't. Wink, wink. And as we go to the race, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And they're out. Globdrip off to a very poor start. Already overtaken by Camillo. That's Lockie challenging for P2 from P4. What has happened to Vipermon? He's had a very bad start. And Globdrip just defends from his teammate. And I think it's Vipermon or Sonny Bray. Yes, Sonny Bray, I think. Going for an audacious move on Lockie. Let's see, Vipermon, he's just got his teammate having... Oh, it's a big kerfuffle. Oh, they're nearly 4... They're basically almost going to go 4 wide through the long left. And that is Hudman Scott all the way around at the back of this pack. Camillo's almost got a second gap on Globdrip already, as there's more fighting throughout the pack. Towards the end of 3 wide, going into this mid-speed 180-degree corner. Oh, they're all over the track, trying to get past one another. Now, let's get up the tires, all the things. Yep, okay, sweet. So look, it's going to be a soft, medium, soft race, or medium, hard race by the looks of it. The top 3 are all on soft. They're looking to get a big gap on these 2 Williams behind. This is going to give great insights to our Tier 1 drivers who are racing tomorrow night. You'll see here tomorrow. As the top 3, they've created a train. They're already gone from the cars behind. But they're on mediums, so expect them to get this deficit back at the end of this race. But they definitely would have wanted to stay with the soft runners to get towed along. I think an even bigger advantage coming in this race. But Globdrip, he's made one mistake. He's dropped almost a second back. But it's only he's drawn it back to half a second. He is not trying to let Camillo run away with this. He's absolutely centered into the braking zone. He's just teetering on the edge. I don't think he's gotten it to under 1 second. Rather right on board with Globdrip. Let's see if he got this DRS or whether his teammate will have to do something about it. No, he doesn't. I think we'll be seeing a Ferrari swap anytime soon. Let's see what Lockie can do. Yep. But they're doing championship mindset already. Lockie's been put into P2. Let's see if he can chase down Camillo. Let's go back through this pack. Let's go on board with Thunderkiller. He's looking to put a move on Vipermon, the second Williams driver. He's absolutely draining his battery. Vipermon's like, nah, I'm not letting you by. I might be on mediums, but I need all the spots I can get. And Lockie, he's already been fully gapped by Camillo. I think Camillo might be putting on a masterclass this race unless there is a safety car, because that gap has increased by half a second more already. And Globdrip is straight back past Lockie. I think there's going to be DRS swapping just so they don't lose too much time. So in case of a virtual safety car, Camillo will be able to get a free pit stop on them. We feed back through this pack. There's a bit of fighting happening towards the back. F1 Banks and Juicebox are going out. I think F1 Banks went right around the outside of Juicebox, going into the last chicane. And he comes up on top of that battle. Let's run up back with the leaders as Globdrip has put some time between him and Lockie. But Lucky, I don't think is going to want to get dropped out of DRS. And I don't think Glove Drip will do much to get Lucky out of DRS. They will work together. They are very, they got good chemistry. They definitely want to work together. What is my favorite word to say? Well, you say most used, so I can't say something like the, because I probably use the a lot. Sonny Brain Thunder. Oh my! Sonny is absolutely punted Thunder off the track, and he is just going to be losing hand over fist of positions. I think he'll only drop low as P9. But whoa, Sonny, he is out for blood. He's not going to let anyone past him through this Williams wall of defense. It's not the Mexican Minister of Defense? It's the Williams wall of defense. As Sonny probably takes one chunky warning as he comes on from going wide to Tuzi. He's in P6. I think he's up in position there. Let's look at the, No, what am I looking at? I'm looking for this. This one I'm looking for. Our positions changed. The top four have all switched around. One up or one down. Sonny Brace stays where he started. Tuzi up one spot. Com United up 6. Hudman down 6, but he's already boxed, so he's gone for that early game. Karobi's in the box now. 2 people already boxing. Maybe they're going for an aggressive pit stop strategy. Hudman's on the hard, so is Karobi. They're going towards the end. 10 laps on the hards. We'll see if that'll be the strat. Lockie and Glob up the front, battle again, but we'll say with this midfield pack on the mediums, I think this is where the aggression is going to be, right around the Williams wall of defense. Let's see what the Mercedes man can do for Keithy boy. I know Keith would be in his ear right now, tell him go for it, but not off the track. That was not ideal for the Mercedes man as he follows these Williams drivers. Let's go on board actually with F1 Banks. He's super close to Webber ahead. Let's see what he can do. Juice for the second time penalty for warnings already. Through the field, there's not too many up and force happening once more, but Camillo, wow, he's already out to a 3-second lead as F1 Banks is already in the pits off the mediums, surprisingly. But I actually am surprised by that. I think at this point though, if you're on the softs, you could definitely consider a medium to the end. It'll only be about 8 laps. We're almost halfway through already. If I was, and oh, the Red Bull is double stacked. Oh no. That's not ideal, but he has a quick pit stop by the looks of it. And it looks like Lockie, though, he might have gotten gloved out of his DRS, or not quite, but he nearly did. But yeah, if I was in that front, if I was one of the Ferraris, I would get whoever's second in the train to box right now for a fresh set of mediums. Get the guy in front the next lap to split for a next set of mediums. Just to maybe get that gap back on Camillo, then use the fresher tyre to catch him later in this race. I'll have to see. The Williams nearly gone a bit wide. He didn't make that apex for sure, though. So, though, let's run on board with these Ferraris, because it's definitely pit stop time, even though we're only, like, what, 7 minutes into this race. 6, 7 minutes. You just gotta see what they'll do. See, will any of the Ferraris box? Yes, Lockie's in. His second priority is gone. I'm going for this. Deal with a glove drip. Stay out another lap. And it looks like the Williams pair have gotten significantly closer to glove drip. It's just tires are probably already going off. Let's see this gap. When it comes up from glove drip to Vapamon, it's under a second. Wow, yeah, look at these. The softs are already off. I think it would have been a smart play. So maybe go softs for about 4 laps, 3 laps, and then go into a set of hards. I mean, mediums, sorry, because I think these mediums, they'll give you that edge, and there won't be enough time for the fall off to happen. Let's see, yeah, Lockie is on these mediums. Most people are often for the hards. Not what I would have particularly chosen, but maybe these boys might have done the practice, and I haven't yet. So, we'll see. Sonny and Jatuzzi are going at it back in the picture. Oh, what the... I'm sorry, guys. Jatuzzi and Sonny once again going at it. Well, someone's going at it with Sonny because he's going, get past me if you can. Vapamon is on the verge of Glove Drip CRS. Wow, he just has a boatload of understeers is what's happening in this game. Let's chuck up the leader gap. It's sitting at maybe like, I think it's a 24 to 26 second pit loss around Great Britain. Let me get my stats up as we look at Jatuzi going for the move around the outside of Sonny. I think we'll see Camilla and Globtrip in this lap for certain, though. Yes, they are. Whoa, is Sonny going into the pits very early for a set of softs as Jatuzi keeps on going. Yeah, let me see. It's right on board with Lockie, who pitted a lap earlier. Let's see where he comes out. He's about a 25-second pit loss. And he's about 23 seconds behind coming in there. So maybe 26 before I came in. Let's see what he can do. Coming through here. He'll have the overspeed at least on his teammate. And he sees Camilo right there. He's got a pair of fresh bags. Camilo takes a while to adjust to this newer tire, harder tire. Might give Lockie an opportunity just to catch that little bit. But currently Vipermon and Jatuzi, the only ones not in the box yet on this game. On this race, sorry. Holy, I'm fried. Let's see, 2.5 seconds. He has gained a bit of time on this medium tire. Maybe Camilo had it set up as more acclimatized to an older tire because it seemed to be after the first couple of laps. He had no equal. Let's see though what Lockie can do. As he's gapped Glob Drip by 1.3 seconds. After Glob was about, maybe 8/10 behind him. So he's got at least a 4-5/10 undercut, bare minimum. As Glob Drip is trying his hardest to get within that DRS of his teammate. And I didn't even realize, but Sonny, he has got softs on. The softs only lasted about 5 laps. I mean, there's about 6-7 laps, including this one to the end. So I don't know whether Sonny's going to have a particularly fun time. I mean, yeah. Who really knows? But we'll find out coming into this race. As Jatuzi's finally in the box for a set of hearts? What? What the hell? Oh, no, he's gone insane, guys. Why would you pit for a set... What? You're better off pitting, like, soft to hard or something. What the... I'm so confused, eh? What the... Nah, Keith, what do you put this strat on this guy for, bro? Anyway. Lockie, he's just getting gapped once more by Camilo. He's got no answer for the Mercedes man. Vapamon, though, he's still yet to pit, but he will be in due course. Maybe he's trying to vie for a safety car. It is a short race, but safety cars are still on. They can still happen. Let's see. Looking down the timing chart on the left, we might have a battle between P6 and P5. Sonny, he's on the softs, but nothing can... you can't do anything about DRS. United took a big cut there. Definitely has gotten a warning. And Thunderkiller on this hard compound tires has said, softs? What softs? Oh, look at that Sonny with the amazing grip of those softs. He just goes almost straight into the back and spinning the RB driver. But he can't do anything. Keystone engineering him. That's probably why he's on higher compound tires. Ferrari are strat. This Vipermon, though, he's had a big overcut. I would say, yeah, big overcut on the cars behind him. They've been battling. He's had all that free truck ahead of him, putting in lap after lap. Ah, Sprinter Giggles is engineering. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why he's on hards. So I'm just on shade. It was his decision. Well, if you're an engineer, you should just tell him that he's wrong, essentially. Just personal opinion. But Jatuzi, he's up a spot. Pass Brodstar. I think that was through cops. Good move by the Mercedes driver. Let's go back with this battle for P5. See what's going to happen. Let's see what he can do. Oh, look at that. Thunderkiller is all the way into the middle part of the track. He's just fending from Sonny. He sends it up the inside. He's just utilizing that grip from his softs. But I don't know. The Thunderkiller will take that line down. Oh, he's sending it. Oh, he thought about it. He backed out last second, but Sonny smartly just gave him the room. Thunderkiller there. He's got a 3-second time penalty already to his name. So it's not that big of a deal to let him pass, but I don't think Thunder cares. It's Come United now has a 3-second penalty, and now the RB and the Red Bull will be fighting for their position. Oh, Come United looked like he gave him a big squeeze to the exit of the track, and he just clears him on the exit. Let's see what we can do. Coming down the first zero straight, they both got DRS. Sonny, has nothing he can do, but he's gotten that gap open as these two battle furthermore. Going into the second sector now, as they now hold it flat for 20 straight seconds. Look at that, Sonny. He is just going full defensive. He is the wall. You sold Jordan, says Lord Mahavir. I mean, if someone like Lord Mahavir is saying you're selling, then I don't know what else to say. It's Come United once more. It is just going straight on. But I think that is invited Jatuzi into the conversation as he goes to the move on Com United. And his next target is definitely going to be the RB ahead. Let's ride on board and see what he can do. And my phone just fell on the floor. That's wonderful. Yeah. Jatuzi, if he can keep up this speed, he is on for a P5. But what could have been? Maybe a better strategy. Could have been fighting for P4 with Vipermon and Lockie. Dropped out a Globdrip's DRS as well. So I have to keep an eye on that. The gap has stayed around 3 seconds though with Globdrip in front. And he's also catching as we speak. But this battle with Sonny is creating great entertainment for our viewers here on the ORL YouTube channel. And wow, Thunderkiller, he's got nothing. Sonny is an absolute wall. And oh, look at this. Vipermon 2-second penalty. That won't affect anything as they go side by side. Through cops. Oh, they're basically stopped. Oh, Jatuzi nearly they're side by side. They're banging wheels. And look at that. Come United right up the gearbox of Jatuzi. And they're side by side still. Best on board will be from the Mercedes driver as if they've locked the brakes to avoid hitting Thunderkiller. And Sonny, wow, he's putting on an absolutely defensive masterclass. Holding the inside line like he's driving a go-kart. Oh, bit wide, bit of lag there for Jatuzi as Power Broadstar is coming into this mixed out on his... Oh, it's a broken wing, I think. Thunderkiller's gone. Nah, get out of my way. It's been too long. You're slowing me down. As Sonny just decides, I'm going into the gravel now. But Jatuzi now leads this train. And they've almost lost about 3 seconds to Vipermon ahead. There is almost zero chance now that gap can be breached with 2 laps to go. And Globdrip, he's brought that gap down by about half a second in about the past lap. And Sonny, I wouldn't be surprised if he sends a ticket in. But he was defending pretty hard. So, if anything else expected, yes, through goes Jordan. But Thunderkiller, I don't think he's done with him yet. I think Thunderkiller, if he puts a move on Jatuzi, he might be able to give him into the clutches of Broadstar, who was on some pretty fresh mediums himself, and might be able to pounce. Let's get with Jatuzi. Let's run on board. No one has any DRS, and Thunderkiller with another 3-second penalty. He is definitely out of this race as they go through Magnus Beckett's and Chapel. Jacuzzi's opened a nice gap. He runs a little bit wide. And Thunderkill opens at DRS. Well, Jacuzzi must be running some really low wings. Thunder did not catch too much on this straight. Only about 3 or 4 tenths from all the way back there. And yeah, Globdrip is back up to 3 seconds. So I think Camilo has got this under wraps. But let's go. I think Thunderkiller, he's been dropped almost essentially, by Jacuzzi. But he's just hanging in there. And so is Broadstar. Sonny, he's just running wide there in the background on his old soft tires. Let's see what he can do. Thunderkiller has broken DRS almost to Broadstar. I think he might get it just from the detection point. Yes, he does. But I think this race is effectively over for all the main positions unless there are some big mistakes from the people we see here on screen or the leaders up ahead near on 16 seconds ahead of this battle. Not surprised 16 seconds with how aggressive Sonny was being with his defense. They were going side by side like some AI moves, and they were almost stopped every single corner. But nonetheless, it has worked out for Jacuzzi. This a bit weird strategy in my opinion. It's worked out. Juicebox a 3-second time penalty on this last lap. Let's get a spot on those penalties. Juicebox will drop down behind Hudman Scott, but not Karubi. Same with United. He'll drop behind Webbo. Thunderkill might drop all the way back down to P11 outside the points. And Vipermon is definitely clean in P4, but it is Camilo. Sorry, I missed that. Camilo that wins. Glodra P2, Lockie P3, Vipermon P4, Jacuzzi coming around. That might be setting nearly his fast lap of the race on the last lap. Then it is Broadstar after penalties into P6. Sonny finished P6 on track, P7 after penalties. Webbo P8, Thunderkiller P9 after his penalties. United P10. F1 Banks P11. Hudman Scott P12. Juicebox P13. Kroby P14. Oh, I need to sit down after that one. Ooh. Well, it's 2 Ferraris on the podium. Not on P1, but that is good for the Ferraris. They've scored good points. Let's see, after these come up, we've got Sunnybury, cleanest driver. Whoa, cleanest driver. I swear that guy made a bunch of contact and broke his wing. But we don't question the game. Broadstar driver of the day. Most overtakes, Globdrip for fastest lap. Camilo, race winner. 5 seconds in the end. Lockie P3, Vipermon Jacuzzi, Broadstar, Sonic, Webbo, Thunderkiller, United for the top 10. F1 Bangs, Hudman Scott, Juicebox, Karubi, and Ghouls finish up to 15. Let's see all the penalties on screen. Good race by Broadstar, up 5 spots. Up 2 spots for Tuzi, up 4 spots. There for Webbo. Good race though from the top 3 there, definitely clear the field. And now on to the next race at now reverse Silverstone. And I'll be right back once that's sorted out. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, and we're back into the next race. We know the 25% race. We don't know what the weather's going to be. It might be wet for all we know. It's another cloudy race. And these drivers, hopefully they all remember their setups. I said to remember their setups. We're not restarting. So, perhaps there could be a mix-up if someone forgets their setup at all. Probably a little bit of a longer wait time going into this race. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting. It'll be like driving a different track, but the same. If you know what I mean? If you've ever driven this track, it's a different beast, but it's all familiar in a way. Different braking zones. Might be a different setup. Wings should be about the same, I would presume, between the different sets for the track. So, yeah, we'll see. As players putting their setups. Hopefully they save their setups, because, like, what's up with that? But it's hopefully they have, because there's 4, 5 red lights. Camilo starts on pole, Glob Drip in P2, and they are off. I think that's another storming start from Lockie in P3. He's already side by side with his teammate going through turn 1 and turn 2, as all the braking boards are gone. As we go through this pack, I want to say they're almost 3 wide, and that is Webber off at the back. Oh, that was a big incident at the back of this pack. That McLaren went waywards into the cars near it. Oh, yeah, I can't speak. Let's go for this battle. Oh, it's Sonny just staying behind Jatuzzi, going through the reverse Magus, Beckett, and Chapel. Let's get their tires up. Etc. All of this. Sweet. So it's a similar strat from Camilo and Glob Drip. Lockie's gone for the mediums, hoping he'll stay within his DRS of his teammate at least. Maybe he thinks his pace is better at this reverse circuit. But Camilo's pace doesn't seem to have faltered that much. He's almost got that gap out to a second. Once again, as we focus on this battle back in the pack. Oh, it's big instance towards the back between Hudman and Scott. And oh, big crash. That's F1 Banks and Hudman Scott into each other. And that is a safety car. And everyone's going to be in for the hard compound tires to go to the end of this race. Oh. Whoa. Oh, what the? Glob Drip pushing Camilo into the box. Yeah, everyone is in. I don't... Oh, Kurobi maybe bumped him a little bit. It's a big traffic jam. Oh, yeah, Kurobi gets a 10-second, but he got there before he got in the pits. I'll just double check, but I think he's going to be serving this in this pit stop, which is good for him. He's gotten away with it. Double stack. I think there'll be a lot of people out of order here. Let's see. I was supposed to see if Kurobi... Yeah, he's going to be serving. That's sick. But Camilo is on the mediums. Not looking for longevity. Fafamon has jumped Glob in the pits. Jatuzzi, oh, whoa, Lucky. He's all the way back in P10. He was P3 when this race started. Wow. That's not a great moment for the Ferrari driver. See what he can do. As let's just check in. Let's stay on board with Camilo. You know what? I'm gonna sit down, bring the bike nice and close to my mouth. We're gonna be running some Trent explains the reels he's watching, because it's a safety car. Nothing interesting happens after a safety car, as I just watched an Aston Martin nearly go straight into the back of a Mercedes. But I hope this ASMR is gonna do some well. I don't get this reel. I don't get that one either. Ooh. It's about a hoodie with a Red Bull logo on it. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Something about Six Flags being alone. Haha, loner. Cheap first date ideas that aren't dinner.
Driving around yelling at pedestrians. Using Ancestry.com to make sure you're not related. Saying it takes therapists to realize you're not a couple. Throwing rocks at signs. I rate that. Joining a pyramid scheme. Using fake European accents. Catfishing your friends with each other's dating profiles. Whoa. That's pretty crazy, my guy. Oh, yeah, George Russell wanted to be a designer. Oh, my Webber's got a 10-second penalty. What the... What the hell is happening? What did I miss, bro? What the hell? Well, Webber's in for a fresh set of boots. So I guess something did happen under the safety car. Those straps. Rate it. Oh, bikes. This shit low-key fire. Oh wait, can I swear? I can swear. I'm. Oh yeah, I did. Fast bikes again. Oh, bounce. Oh, somebody's. What? Oh, what the? What? Bro's just twisting and just doing what the? Bro's just doing backflips off trampoline. What the? Bro's just doing backflips off like playground sets. Like the playgrounds you see in the parks, bro. What the hell? It's looking crazy. It's a cheese wheel on a car. This is crazy. Like, and the car's like not moving, but they're using it as like a cheese grater. Yo, what? This is crazy. Pretty crazy, bro. Oh, someone like rizzed up, but it was like scared. The Riz, like I can't say it, but like the bro said something to a female that's like straight Riz. Oh, more penalties. Brodstar's got another penalty. Did I see a broken wing? What is happening under the safety car? Oh, boys. Oh, boys. What have I just seen? I didn't even see anything. It just happened so fast. Alright, well, boys. Let's ride on board with Pfeiffer on his MP2 to see how he gets off to this restart. Oh, Camillo, he's gone. He's amped and... Oh, what the... I want to assume... I hope he got limited. Because he went and stopped. So, that could be a penalty coming in for Camillo. A big penalty, because that is very dangerous. Brodstar. Oh, Brodstar. That is not good for you, mate. Oh, Camillo is going really deep. Yep, that's what I expected. I was about to say, Brodstar, he's definitely going to be considering retirement at this rate. But oh my god. Camillo went so deep into that corner. And I think, oh yeah, I was about to say, I think Glove Drip is going for the move around the outside. Oh, 5 but he does not get it to stick. We go through the pack, and that's Webber making up some ground from having a box. This pack is still pretty close together, so let's siphon through this field towards the front. Camillo, though, he's already gone. Glove Drip is past Wapamon. I just missed that. But Glove Drip, he just needs to play the patient game, not abuse his tires too much, let them come in. And I think inevitably, with the pace he showed in the last race when they were on equal tires, he was just matching. But I think these hards come lap 10, 11, 12, they're just going to come into their own, I think. And they're going to be faster than those mediums ahead, assuming there's no other safety cars of the sort. Jatuzi, though, he's absolutely got his hooks into Vapamon. He is chasing the Williams down, and he is going for this Mercedes 1-2. Vapamon, though, he's already lost DRS to Glove Drip ahead. So let's see what he can do. Hard on the anchors. Jules in the box. Might be to retire of some wing damage. Oh, back in the pack. Thunderkiller, Kurobe. Oh, Webber's together. Oh, Thunderkiller. He's been involved in a big incident. I think it might have stuff to the inside into 3. And it just didn't pay off for him. Let's find a wall to Tuesday. He's chasing down Vipamon as we speak. As they're fighting back in the pack. I want to say that's about, yeah, Karobi and Webo. They're fighting back in this pack. United though, he seems to have the run. Unlucky. Stays behind. They got him pretty close. Had to give her a check. United though, he's right on the diffuser of the Ferrari ahead, our championship leader. I think Camillo, after this, he might be overcoming that gap and passing Lockie. He hasn't had the most amazing time here at Britain. But it'll all be fine at the end of the day. As Jatuzi, he has gotten back. Oh, not back. He got just broken DRS, but he's back in it. Let's see what he can do. Maybe those hards already coming into their own. The gap is 2.4 between Camillo and Globdrip towards the front. And Karobi is into the pit lane, but he's got a 10-second. So I assume he might be retiring because no one wants to be having a 10-second. It's basically over at this rate. Only 7 laps to go. At this stage, I do expect Karobi might retire. And basically everyone, if they don't bottle it, they should all be scoring points in this top 10. No one's spinning. They all will stay in the top 10. Tuesday, though, he's got the better tyres. Remember, there was about a lap or two under safety car. So those tyres are only about 2 laps old. So, so yeah, that's a gap right back there between Lockie and Sonny. And they go sideways just as I catch it. Oh, Lockie's not happy. He went straight back for the pass. But, yeah. That's not a... I think the Ferrari man would have wanted that. I don't know if the thing was a send there from Lockie. He seemed to be on the inside. Not ideal. And there's now a big gap. But Sonny, he's gone, you know what? I'm going to be straight back on the gearbox of the car ahead. And here he goes. Once again, he's just keeping off the track. But I think we might be seeing some vengeance come back from Lockie. But in the meantime, let's look on board with Webo. And there's a yellow flag towards the end of the back. I think that's too much of a concern. Sonny, though, he's close to Com United. But Com United, he's got the DRS on Jatuzi. And Jatuzi's lost their DRS. 2 Vipamon ahead. And Globdrip, that gap has stabilized between Globdrip and Camillo. Might be able to make a go of it towards the end. But Lockie, you know what? Let's just ride on board with Lockie. No audio as he closes on the back. Sonny Karobi, he must be coming in for a tie. He's got another 10-second time penalty. Oh, right off the racing road is Lockie. Be careful, he might get a penalty if he does that a couple more times. As Webo and Thunderkiller are going at it towards the end of this train for the top 10, the last points paying positions. Kirby's retired in the pits, not on track. So not much to worry about. But Com United, though, he is right on the back of Jatuzi with those fresher, well, not fresher, but less wearing hard compound tires as he goes straight off the track with the help of Dirty Air. Globdrip, though, I was just about to say, those hards might be coming into their own now, and he just sets the quickest lap of this race as the fuel load lightens. We're seeing if he can make inroads into Camillo's lead even more, and that is Jatuzi going super wide and losing any chance of catching up to Vipamon this race, and that brings everyone in this pack nose to tail. He might lose 2 spots here, but this Dirty Air through this long left, I know from experience, it is brutal. You have to be pushing so hard on such fresher tires to not lose too much time. And that's Sonny. Let's look back at Lockie. I think he'll get the best vantage point of all of this chaos going on ahead of him. Sonny's turned his battery off. And Lockie, I think he's also turned his battery off. No, he hasn't. He's definitely on the burn. Oh! Sonny took it real easy. Lockie was sending it into the corner. And don't worry, guys. I am keeping an eye on that gap between Camilo and Glob. When it gets to within a second, you know I will be there. Let's look back, though, at between Thunder, Juicebox, and Webbo. No moves happening there. Back on board with this battle for P4. Com United not in with it because of his penalty. But Globdrip, oh, it's under a second. I'm going to keep to my word. Oh, maybe it was the braking zone. But yep, no more changes happening back in this pack. But Globdrip, he is edging this 1 second gap. He is so close to getting on terms with Camilo. These hard compound tires were the play. Camilo might have thought that mediums can make it, but the race efficiency of those hard compound tires are nothing to scoff at, and that gap has shrunk from about 2.5 to 3 seconds down. But Lockie, 3-second time penalty. I think that is all we can write for Lockie. Maybe a P6 at best for the Ferrari driver if Com United gets dethroned by Sonny, which is what will have to happen if he wants to have a go at Jatuzzi. Sonny, I mean. As Jatuzzi is taking it nice and slow, nice and defensive. He is making sure that these drivers are going to have the hardest time of their life trying to get past. As he runs a little bit wide on the entry to the long sweeping corner, and oh, Lockie, he's absolutely, I wouldn't even say flirting. He is just giving them a good off step. Oh, that is Ghouls slow towards the back of this group. He's just stopped into the wall. Sorry, I'll jump straight back to this battle. Jatuzzi has gotten past by Com United. The cork has been broken. Let's see what Jatuzzi can do to come back. Nothing. He's got nada. But maybe this might be the thing that Com United needs to keep Lockie at bay at the back of this pack. It is a fight now for 2 spots. P4 and P6. P6 battle is separated by about 1.5 seconds, while the battle for P4 is only separated by 0.2, with Sonny right on the heels of Jatuzzi. Jatuzzi runs wide. Sonny, he's sliding up a move. His eyes are sparkling with an opportunity, and that Schools around again. I hope he doesn't get in the way of any of these drivers coming through. Let's run on board with Sonny. Let's hope this McLaren doesn't get in the way. Sonny is having to think about it. He might be going to the inside. Yes, he is. He sends it into the reverse chapel. I'm going to say chapel. Oh, this McLaren. He might get in the way of this battle. Oh, big incident, big incident. That is Jatuzzi around and out of this battle for the 4th position in this race. And he just keeps out of the way of the cars coming back on track. That is not ideal for the Mercedes, man. He's been absolutely shafted there by the lapped McLaren, as I don't think he's still getting... He's tiptoeing around, but he's on the racing line, which is just not a good idea. He's definitely going to be running almost a race ban, I'd say, for that maneuver there. And that has separated Lockie and Com United's battle for the lower reaches of the top 5. Not what we want to see, but Globdrip, though, this battling has invited Sonny and Com United to be battling, but also we must turn our attention now to Globdrip. He is, like I said, he is just edging that top 10. That's not top 10. It's that second. He's edging the top second. Jatuzzi, I'm assuming, is coming in to retire the car or go fastest lap. One of the two. Assuming he's not retired, he is going to go for that fastest lap for the Mercedes team, which is worth a point here in ORL. And you know what? I see a Ferrari in the side mirrors of one Mercedes car at the front of this race. Globdrip, though, I think, has used a lot of his battery to catch up. Let's see if he can stay within this 1 second. It is a... Oh, no DRS here. But he will be pushing like almighty to stay within that 1 second. Because it will be on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, Lindsay, I'm getting to it. He was edging a second. There was no point watching it. There was more exciting things happening. Okay, Lindsay? I kept an eye on it. Come on.
Globdrip with upturn in form. He's setting his sights on Camillo with the better wearing tyres. Camillo's got to be screaming on for help at this stage. This Ferrari is catching up nice and quickly. He's just outside of that dirty air range, and he's still going to get DRS. He's just going to be closing and closing. He might be pouncing on the last lap. Look at this, every corner. You're going to see he's just got that little bit more grip. But he might be running also lower wings. Who knows? Going through reverse cops. I think it's reverse cops. Ooh. Yes, as I thought, Juicy. Just looking back again, he's on softs. He's gone for the fastest lap point. Globdrip, it's within 6/10 now. Let's see what he can do. What is happening back here? They're getting pretty close. Thought something was about to happen. But no, we're back to the leaders. Just Globdrip, he hasn't got the capabilities to get just within that striking range, which is making him suffer greatly. And also, I'm looking back. We've got Lockie's closing in on this fight for P5 on track. Oh, not P5. Santa Kill's right there. But let's focus towards these leaders on to the last lap. Let's ride on board with Globdrip on this last lap. Let's see everything he can do. Through turn 1 he goes. He runs a little bit deep. He has to lift off, I think, more than what he wanted to if he was on new tyres. Turn 3, he takes absolutely splendid. A little bit of wheel spin. He's far enough away where he won't get 30 air, so we can absolutely send it into this long left. He'll be on the battery. He has saved up a whole heap of battery. Staying behind, and look at this. There is yellow flags at the back, but I don't think we're going to care. This is a battle for the lead of this race. One of the most entertaining fights I think we've had all season for the win. Coming on to the last lap. He's absolutely putting burners on. Globdrip, what is he going to do? Gets rid of dirty air, but he might have the battery and the DRS to be close. Coming on to the last stretch after this. Absolutely, he looks for the clean air behind the Mercedes. He gives him some on the inside, and he closes in. Coming towards, he's lagging a bit around. He's got about 40% battery left. Let's see what he can do. Will Camillo start flashing, or is Glob got enough battery? He's starting to flash. Glob's starting to flash, I know for sure. And he has a whoa, big send. And I think Glob, he needs to give that position back. So it was basically a punt to pass. Glob, yep, good sportsman. He gives the position back. He sent it. You can't not give props to Glob. But Camillo handled that flawlessly. And he wins by 0.2 of a second. Vipermon, he's had a very quiet race. 7 seconds off the lead. It's 10 seconds ahead of 4th. Sonny, he's going to be rounding off this battle for P4. Lockie, he's going to secure a P6, I think, at the end of it all. Yes, he will. Webber backs down in the pack. That is right, Lindsay. He had to try. He had to try. Webber, juice box. And then Com United. I think, yeah, he was the yellow flag that I was looking at. Coming into this race, and he's also got a puncture. Not ideal for the Red Bull man. And Jatuzzi, I don't know if he set the fastest lap or not. Hold up, let me... I think he might still be going for it. I think this might be as a 10 PR fastest lap. Nah, he's had a bit of a off this lap, but there you have it. That was La Race. I'm trying to think. Why did Vipermon come in the first race?
with Alphamon King P4 in the first race. So I think I'll do, in my opinion, what the top 3 drivers across both races were. But Alphamon, cleanest driver, Thunderkiller most overtakes, Juicebox driver of the day, Globdrip, Camillo doing their respective things. Quickly, hopefully get it for the stream. All the positions, then I'll read it out. Camillo, P1, Globdrip, P2, Vipamon running at that podium with a good day for the Williams driver. Sonny backing up another good Williams drive in P4, Thunderkiller P5, Lucky P6, Webbo, Juicebox, United, Jatuzi running at top 10, and the finishers, followed by Ghouls, Karubi, Broadstash, Hudman Scott, and F1 Banks, all DNFing from their own respective incidents or retirements in the pits. What I will do as well, I think in my opinion, I'll invite, I think, the 3 most overall top 3 drivers from each race, which actually were the top 3 drivers in that race just then. I will do, I'll get them to get to paddock. Redford paddock's clear, yes it is. We ourselves will quickly go into paddock. Everyone's near first, so Alex's multiplayer session. I think this should work. Well, no one else is here, so let's talk to Vipamon. Vipamon, can you just make us?
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you. Sweet. Vipamon, in my opinion, you've had a very good day today, scoring a P4 in race 1 and a P3 in race number 2. I will say though, towards the end of both races, they were pretty lonely for you. But how happy you to score some decent points for Williams, and how did you find both races qualifying, the whole weekend, whole format?
Yeah, thanks. Honestly, I expect it to be pretty lonely towards the end of the races. I don't have the pace of the top boys, but my plan's usually just to stick there and about, just try and clean up scraps and stuff, and finally got it today, which is nice. Yeah, I think I had a good quali and just went pretty well for me, pretty clean. Overall, pretty good weekend for me.
Yeah, I mean, let's check it real quick. TT constructors. Yeah, I will say, both the good results for you and Sonny, I think, across both races. At least that last race, really good result for both of you. How happy are you with that as a team, and also considering your drivers' standings, you lost out to Glob today, but you're still right in there with him for the fight for the P3. How are you feeling about that in the future rounds?
Yeah, I think it's good for the constructors. Me and Sonny are working pretty well together. And yeah, I think honestly, me and Globdrip aren't really in a fight together. He's got a lot more pace than me, and I just have to be a bit more consistent. But yeah, still give it a shot. But yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time. I'll let you go now, but good racing from you. Oh,
Cheers.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say Globdrip, but he's decided to just not show up. As he's just must be too cool or something. But so I'll head over to Hugh Camillo.
Hey,
Let's see. Good old Merc. I know Keith
He is just doing some things right now that I know I can't talk about on stream, at least on YouTube. So he's that happy with your performance today.
Yeah.
Not how you guess wanted to go on quali. You didn't get the perfect, I guess, weekend, but you definitely showed some
Yeah.
great pace. And how did go from your perspective? That especially that last lap move from Glob in the second race.
Yeah, I mean that would have gone to the steward's room if it wasn't handed back, but I mean respect to Glob for doing that. It's pretty big of him. Yeah, I think second race I was definitely a lot less confident. The setup wasn't what I wanted it to be. I have a very I mean my driving style is really sharp. I have max rotation at 184 degrees, so I like a sharp car, and my setup for Silverstone was just beautiful. Like it works perfectly for me. And it just made the race really easy to manage and everything like that, which is beautiful. And then the second race, the safety car helped us out a lot. We went to the mediums, which is my call, and I don't think it was the right one. I thought the mediums would hang on a little bit longer, but the hards were probably the better choice, even though I did get a pretty nice gap with the mediums, but they kind of fell off towards the end. I wasn't sure if it was just ERS management, because I did have pretty low ERS all race, or it was the tyres, but I think it probably was the tyres. But yeah, Glob kept on making a couple mistakes in the exits, which helped me stay ahead, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I mean, pretty flawless weekend, except for one fastest lap that I missed in the first race, but can't complain about that.
Yeah, it was a good weekend, and like I was talking about Apamon, the both over the drivers and constructors standings for tier 2. You gained you kind of gained some points on Ferrari in that second race with Lockie finishing down the order, and but unlucky for Jatuzzi as well. But drivers, I can almost say for certain you've probably overtaken Lockie this race, so happy with that. And for the following races, how I guess what are your expectations?
I haven't had a massive look at the calendar, to be honest, but I know Spain's next. I'm pretty sure.
I'll check for that.
Is it Spain? Yeah.
Yeah, Spain.
If it is, yeah, it's Spain. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know about Spain, to be honest. I think that might be a damage limitation one, but we'll see. I think I should have recovered the deficit I made in Saudi when my internet went to absolute, you know.
Garbage.
So yeah, we'll say garbage. Yeah, so I think I've recovered that, which is quite nice now. But I mean, now it's about trying to eke out a gap, maybe. Yeah, Lockie's pretty quick. He didn't have a great weekend this weekend, which was really fortunate for me. But yeah, I think it's working out nicely.
Yeah. Well, I will say big congratulations with the double win, maximum points scored. Well, except for fastest lap, but we didn't talk about fastest lap. Yeah, good job for you. And I've pinged Glob in tier 2, pinged him in the Ferrari chat. He just doesn't want to talk apparently. I don't know what's going on. Hasn't got a single response. So I think we'll leave it there. Must be solid about not winning. But we'll leave it there. Everyone come back here tomorrow for tier 1 ORL at about 5 p.m. start time, and you'll see me and a bunch of other fast blokes go around, and Guga, fast blokes and Guga. We'll go around and have some fun on track, battle, just like we saw some awesome battling. Hopefully no questionable back markers towards the end of the race, but I'll hopefully see everyone